Hello, my name is Rachel and I'm here today to do my TBR for the month of September. So I can't actually believe it is already September today, because it's the first day of September today, and that is just insane because I've been in Switzerland for like 2 or 3 months, which is crazy. It does not feel like I've been here that long. So yeah. Anyway, apart from me just being weird, I wanted to film a TBR video. Now, I don't normally do TBR videos, but I kind of know exactly what I want to read this month. So I thought I would make one. So the first thing is carrying on with some reads that I'm already reading. So the first one is Emily Bronte's The Night is Darkening Round Me. This is a Penguin Little Black Classics edition, and it's just a collection of a few of her poems. I think, yeah, so there's 13 here, and I'm kind of not rushing this. I'm just reading them when I fancy, so that's why I've not finished this. I've already been reading it for like a week, but I just have read like a poem a day, which has been quite nice, and I really like Emily Bronte poetry, so I'm going to carry on with that. The next book I'll be carrying on with is It by Stephen King, which if you watched my wrap up for August, you will know I am 352 pages into, and I'm definitely going to be finishing this month. This is like at the top of my TBR, the thing that I essentially want to read. And I don't think it'll actually take that long because I'm really enjoying it, and it's really like pulls you in, even though it's not even properly started yet. It's still in the kind of build up, telling you the like base of the story kind of part of the book, and even with that I'm still like hooked. So yeah, this won't take long. Next book is a book that I was reading in July, and I put down because I was reading some books that I wanted my mum to take home, and this one I didn't want her to take home because I needed it for research for some writing that I was doing. So I'm going to be picking this back up this month, and it is Homo Deus by Yuval Noah Harari, A Brief History of Tomorrow. And this is basically looking at where he thinks humanity will go, things that will become priorities for us. He, like, for what I've read so far, he's saying that making lives last longer will be a priority, having like godlike immortality and things like that, which is quite interesting. I've really enjoyed the introduction. So yeah, definitely read this, but I don't think I'll finish it this month because I'm very, very slow at reading non-fiction, and the other books that I'm reading are ones that I really, really want to read, and this is one that I'm just like kind of I chill through sort of thing. So yeah, going to be reading that, but probably won't finish it. And then the next one I started this morning. I read the first chapter of and just loved, and it is Relish by Lucy Knisley, My Life in the Kitchen. And this is like a graphic memoir told through food, if that makes sense. So it's kind of her experiences with food and that sort of thing, and then she like does a chapter on an experience or whatever, and then at the end there'll be like a little recipe, which is really cool. So she has like there's a recipe at the end of every chapter, I think. So yeah, I read the first chapter and it was quite funny, and I just thought it was really nice and refreshing. So definitely going to be finishing this month, and on the back it has a quote about reading it from Alison Bechdel, and I adored Fun Home. Let's just ignore I Am My Mother and talk about Fun Home, which was amazing. So that's a good recommendation to have. And then the next one is The Paper Menagerie by Ken Liu. This is a short story collection of kind of the collected short stories of Ken Liu, which he's won like loads of different prizes for. And yeah, I read the first one when I bought this, and just it was fantastic. Like, I adored it. I think it was talking about reading and about books. Like it says, each star is a living text where the massive convection currents of superheated gas tell an epic drama, with the star spots serving as punctuation, the coronal loops, extended figures of speech, and the flares emphatic passages that ring true in the deep silence of cold space. If that doesn't sound beautiful, I don't know what does. So yeah, I really want to read this. I'm planning to just read like a story every like 2 days because there's like 15 short stories in here. So yeah, I haven't read like tons of short story collections, so I really want to read this one because I do like short stories. It's just collections of them I find hard for some reason. I think it's because I like to pick up different ones from different authors. So I think this will be a nice idea. I'm quite excited for that one. And the last book I want to read this month is one that my mum brought me when she came to visit recently. I got it a few months ago and I really wanted to read it. I think it was on my list of books that I really wanted to read in 2017. And I've been really excited for it ever since then. But I just couldn't bring it to Switzerland, and before I came to Switzerland I was trying to read all the graphic novels I had because I knew I wouldn't really have any here. So I didn't pick it up, but yes, I have it now, so I want to read it this month, and it is When Breath Becomes Air, What Makes Life Worth Living in the Face of Death by Paul Kalanithi. And this is basically about a neurosurgeon who is diagnosed with inoperable lung cancer, and so he goes from being the doctor and knowing everything to the patient who, you know, the complete opposite side. And I just think it'll be really interesting because obviously it's inoperable, he knows that he's going to die, and like I think it'll be really interesting coming from a doctor who will have had these situations with patients and have had to tell them they won't live, and like it would be so hard to be hopeful. You know how like you can I feel like you could still kind of be hopeful, or well maybe it might work out. But if you're already a neurosurgeon, you know the amount of times that things don't work out. So I think it'll be really interesting to like kind of read about his mindset and things like that during this book. So I'm really interested for reading this one. And that's all the books that I want to read this month. I mean, I think I've not picked many because of this hefter. I think will slow me down. But yeah, I'm quite excited for all of these actually. These three I'm the most excited for. So yeah, that is my TBR for September. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!